Hello everybody, and welcome back to some All the Mod 7 to the Sky. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, we are here in the Twilight Forest, and we are more specifically here in the Twilight Forest to get what I need right here. We're going to start working on the bees today. And one of the things that we need... if we come in here, we're going to be getting into the breeding and stuff like that. The baby incubator's not what I want. It is... I don't see what it is that I want. Wait. This guy. Bee breeding, the breeding chamber. And we need rose bushes for it. So that's what I am out here doing. I was looking for some rose bushes. I've got that. Now it's just time to head on home. And oh, I did complete a quest while I was in here. Not that one. The Twilight Forest for getting raven's feathers. I just happened to come across a raven. I haven't come across a raven while I was in here. But I got a raven. Or come across one and I grabbed it. So back home we go. So we've got a whole bunch of work to do as far as bee work goes. Productive bees. I have talked about this. I've not ever messed with this mod. I've messed with bees before in the past. I didn't have much luck with forestry bees, but I've done some with it. And then, of course, we had the other bees. I don't remember what they are right off the top of my head. That was like 112, 116. So, yeah, we've done those. So, but from what I've read, I've done some research. So we should be able to get through this. So basically, we've got 3 different ways of getting bees in this pack. One is nest spawning. There's certain bees that we need, the beginning tier of bees that spawn in nest, and they will only live in nest. We can't put them in anything else, which is what this guy, well, we need to go ahead and make our treats. So we're going to need them anyway. So if I take that with that gives us treats, that gives us quest complete. That's what we needed. So there's that. That gives us some more treats. So we've got nest spawning. So if you want to turn your bee farm into a factory, you'll need to start with spawning bees in the nest. These are normally biome specific. I'm going to assume the nether ones still need to be in the nether and the end ones need to be in the end. But we don't have to find the biomes in this pack. So that's good. And then we've got breeding and converting bees. We can breed 2 bees together like we had before, or we can feed a bee a specific item to convert it into a new bee. Which we can do right quick. Just to show this. These are now unlocked. I have actually done this one before as I was testing around and trying to figure out what we were doing. Let's go over here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. So TNT. This is sad. I don't know the recipe for TNT, and it is a vanilla recipe. I do know it. Go me. Alright, so we've got a couple of bee spawn eggs here that we got for completing quests. Since it's nighttime, all the bees are up. So we can do that. Let's get our bee cage down here. We can take our TNT and give it to him, and as you can see, he turned into the creeper bee, which is nice. And let's see, that's an advanced beehive. Let's go ahead and put this on here. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot with this right now. Alright, so he is in there. Let's speed him up and get him to do what we need him to do. Put some of that in there. And now I will just wait. Alright, after a second, I finally forget that I could have swore I read somewhere where it said it needed just regular flowers for pollinating, but it doesn't. It can use TNT, gunpowder, or coal ore. And now he is done. And we should get what we need in order to complete the quest for this. This does take some time to do. I don't know if that's speeding this up at all or not. So there we go, our powdery combs. He is now done. Don't necessarily need him out and about right now. We'll hold on to him, but we got that quest complete, so we now know as far as handing items or giving items to bees for conversion. So next up on our list is to look at, that just gives us some XP. It wants us to make all of these oak nest or all these nests. We'll have to work on that. But to build a nest, it's pretty easy to do. Dirt nest. We need coarse dirt, which we can get. We can make it, and a sword. Each one of these, like I said, it lures bees in. I've got a couple that we have gotten from quest rewards. So we can place this guy here, that guy there, and I think we've got, it's green and yellow. That's all we need is those two. And when they come out, we need to snatch them. Because that's part of our next bit of this, which is going to be to get into the bee breeding. But there are quests for those, I do believe. The green carpenter bee we've gotten, and the yellow carpenter bee we have. So there is that. Now we need to make our breeder bits. Easy enough. We need the baby upgrade. So I need 4 of those. We've got 4 flowers. We're going to need some iron. And we are going to need emeralds, diamonds, and sticks. They're all over here. There we go. And sticks I've got right there. And this guy, this guy, this guy. That gives us 2 of them. We want the baby upgrade. And then we want to make our breeding chamber. So we place this guy down here. He's got power. We can give it the green carpenter bee and the yellow carpenter bee, which will give us that. And then in order to get him, I believe our lumber bee, they just need some kind of flower, which we've got plenty of dandelions. And that should do its thing. Hopefully. Yep, there it goes. And then we hopefully speedy this up. Come on. Now we can make, if we come here and look, we can make range upgrades, for samplers, speed upgrades, Lumber quarries, lumber and quarry briefs will get blocks instead of chips. We'll have to look at that. Bee productivity filter, I'm not worried about. Simulator, they just stay in the beehive, which is nice. Anything yet? Nope. We probably need to put a few of those in there. And come on. We're almost there. Beautiful. We got a lumber bee. We can take those out. We don't need them anymore. These guys can go up. And now we've got a lumber bee. And that one is... we need to get the chip for that. So we can put this guy in here. And we can let him do its thing. Alright, we got our log chips. We can pick that guy up. And we can go on with our next bit of business, which is going to be to try to get the rest of our bees. So, dirt nest is first. We'll start with that. I need 2 pieces of dirt. And then I need 2 pieces of gravel. And there we go. Coarse dirt with that guy. It will not work with that guy. I run out of coal. Oh yeah, so it wouldn't work with him. So this guy with that guy gives us the dirt nest. The dirt nest is now complete. We can put him in here. We'll just throw him right here. And this nest is empty. We can use a honey treat on it. And it's a sit and wait. So this is the reason why we started killing withers before I started bees. So we could have this wand in order to do this, because it saves us a whole bunch of time. There we go. We have us the chocolate mining bee. So that guy, we can mark him off our list as gotten. And we can complete this. But we still need to get the chocolate mining bee and the leaf cutter bee from this. So, I'm going to see if we can get those got. Alright, we got a different one. That was our leaf cutter bee. So we've got 2 of the 3 that we need. So there we go. Beautiful. On to the next one. Alright, so I have our 3rd dirt one. So we can get rid of that. We can complete that quest, the ashy mining bee. And we've got that complete. We are ready to move on to our next, which is a gravel nest. So let's get that guy made. It actually uses up the sword. For this. So let's make us a new sword. There we go. This guy with this guy, and that gives us the gravelly nest. That quest is complete, and this will give us... we need the digger bee. Is the only one out of this one I do believe that we need. So let's get him in here placed down and give him a treat. Speedy it up, and I'll be back. Well, that wasn't too bad. I spawned a ashy bee first, but now we've got our digger bee, and that quest is now complete. We need a stone nest. That looks like it needs a iron sword for it. So let's get us a piece of stone. There's that. There is our stone nest. This guy here gives us the digger bee and the mason bee. So we are looking for the mason bee. Let's get rid of that guy. Place that down and back at it. Alright, looks like we got our bee that we need. One of the things I have realized, this thing, you can use, or the nest, you can use more than one treat on them to speedy up the process, but we don't really have a reason for doing that because we have our speedy up wand. Spawned using a wood nest. That is wood nest. Dark oak nest lures 3 different bees. Yeah, that's the last one we're going to do. So the sand nest, we need a wooden sword for it. Let's get that guy made, and we will get to that. All right, so we've got the sand nest, and this guy does absolutely. You get either a chocolate or an ashy mining bee, and I'm looking down through here at some of these bee quests, and there's some of these that we need to do with a bee in a nest. So this one, for the nomad bee, if you want one of these, you'll need an ashy mining bee first. So I'm going to try to get a ashy mining bee out of this guy, and then we will give it another treat and see if we can't get the nomad bee from it. Alright, looks like I got me my nomad bee. It took a little while in order to get it. I've been sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't know. We'll go ahead and grab him since we've got him. But we can mark our nomad off of the list. Now we've got this guy here, a sugar bag bee. This says it spawned when breaking cocoa pods in a jungle. We've got to figure out how to do that. Because that one is different. Alright, I got the sugar bee one, if I can catch him before he disappears. So to get him, all you need to do is plant you some cocoa beans. It doesn't have to, you don't have to have the tree. I tried growing it on a tree and it didn't work. But yeah, all you gotta do is place some logs down, grab you some cocoa beans, and we've got our sugar bag bee. So we need to get the honeycomb for that. I don't know if he will go into a hive or not. He will go into a hive. So his flower is sugarcane. Let's get that going. We've got plenty of sugarcane around here. Probably going to, I don't know what happened to that. Let's get this guy broke. I need a bucket of water and sleep. Alright, so sugar bag honeycombs we have got. We can, I need another one of these guys. I really do. So we're going to need at least one to breed. I don't know. If we look at these, we've got the Pepto-Bismol. And I don't know if that is a quest or not. Alright, so I don't see anywhere where it shows that it is actually a quest that we need. If we do need it eventually, we can get us another one. But we can take this guy, place him down, and give him a cocoa bean, and that gives us our, where'd he go? Choco bee, which we need a choco comb in order to complete that quest. So we will get him and place him down, and he needs cocoa beans in order to do this. So we'll do that. I don't know if I hate magnets sometimes. Okay, so he will breed on that guy there. That's what I needed to know. Beautiful. That's how we get to that guy. So now all we need to do is wait for him to finish doing his business, and not to breeding, but to get the comb for the quest. Let him do his business, and we can complete that quest. There we go. That quest is now complete. So we got him. We can put him away. And we're ready to move on to our next bit of business, which will be to make our slimy nest. We need a slime block for that. We should have all of that we need. The combs can go up, and our bee can go up. Let's go find us some slime. Alright, we have our slimy bee. So there we go. There is that. This guy gets marked off the list, and this guy needs to be checked off. And I don't see any quest for actually getting the slime bee. Bumblebees naturally spawn in the world that can be used as mounts. That's just a regular bee. We'll have to figure that out too. So anyways, we've got our slimy bee. We are ready to move on. Our next one is the reed bee, which we need to get the reed bee. And that's it. The mason bee we've already got. So we need a wooden sword and sugarcane for that. Just a quick FYI, you do have to place the reed nest next to water. It won't place down anywhere else. Alright, we got our reed bee. So boom, there is that. This guy can be marked. There we go. We've got our choco bee that can be marked. We've got our reed bee that can be marked. And that is more or less the gist of doing all of these things. We still got to do all the different kinds of nests. I'm just going to go ahead and do them right quick. We get the blue banded bee from it. The neon cuckoo bee. We've got that spawns in a nest that has a blue banded bee in it, so we've got to do that. And zombies, we can place an empty beehive in a dark spot, and I'm thinking that maybe we can just do that right here. An advanced beehive. And let's turn this guy off. And we'll see if we can't get one to spawn. I don't know if trying to speed this up will do any good. But we'll see what we can't do. Alright, so we are back. I am working on the last bee that we need to get as far as overworld bees goes. I've got all the other ones. To get the neon cuckoo, we just needed to get a blue carpenter bee. And basically what I was doing with those, you need a blue carpenter bee. It's just like with a nomad bee. It will spawn has a chance to spawn in the same nest that the blue carpenter bee is in. And basically, I'd let him come out, blue carpenter bee come out, do its thing, go back in here, and then I'd hit it with this guy and just wait. It took about 6 or 7 times of it going in and out of the hive in order for me to get the bee. But I got that bee. We got the nomad bee. The nomad bee is the same way. You need the ashy mining bee, and it's just sitting and waiting. And then this guy is the bumblebee. This guy here, we should be able to throw. I don't know what I did with my saddle. He's leaving. Where did you go, buddy? Our bees over here that we have been missing. I fell off the platform earlier. Didn't die. I caught myself. But our bees that flew off at the beginning of the series that kept showing up on the map are actually way down here somewhere. And I mean way down here. There they are right there. So they're there. But yeah, back to our bee business. I went back into the nether. I needed a saddle for this. We'd found a saddle in one of our chests, and I left it and didn't get it. So I went back and got it. So we can do that. We can place the saddle on him, and we can ride the bee around. So that's pretty cool. We cannot. Oh. We're falling. I don't know how to get the saddle off of him. Oh, it picked him up. Anyways, that's how you get the bumblebee. That's what it's good for. We don't really need him for anything, I don't think. Let's get back up here. I can't see anything. Do we actually need him for any breeding? No. So, yeah, he is good to go. Like I said, I don't know how to get the saddle off of him. Oh, now he's mad. Well, we'll do it that way. Alright, anyways, I'm fixing to head to the nether. We have got all the bees so far. Oh, the skeleton and the zombie bees. I set up 5 hives in here, killed all the torches where it was dark, and just went AFK. I went AFK for about 9 hours and come back, and we had a load of the zombies, the skeleton bees, the ender bee we got from the end when we went, and then got a bunch of combs while we were at it. So got a bunch of quests. So now, anyways, like I said, all the overworld bees are now done. Now to start doing the nether and the end bees. So we're ready to do that. Alright, so we are here in the end. Or not the end, we're in the nether. We've got all of our nests made except for one. The nether gold nest. And we've got some work to do before we can do that. This one actually gives us the gold bee. But we can breed the gold bee. So we're going to have to wait on making that nest. But we do have the... I got to get the combs for all these. And that spawns... I did not get the resin bees. So there's a couple things left that I've got to do right quick. Alright, so now after a bunch of work, we have the rest of our bees. We got the resin bee. It took me about 9 treats to finally get him. We've got our ghastly combs, our glowing combs, our magmatic combs, and our crystalline combs in order to complete those quests. So we do have a bunch of quests to now complete, which most of these are just going to give us XP. Some of these are going to give us some combs. We do have the beginnings of what we need now to get through to do the breeding, to get to the unobtainium, which will, the breeding stuff I'm just going to do off camera. We've looked at doing some of it. Most of what the bees will be will wind up being off camera now. I've got a lot of breeding to do. We've got a lot of just giving items to bees. It's not that bad. Most of these guys are all XP. So, but yeah, I'm gonna spend some time and then we'll set us up an area. Like I said, I don't know. I got to figure out exactly the best way of automating all of this to get the most out of this what we can. Oh, one thing that I didn't talk about. We got some more quests. Bounty board. That was, well, I was waiting for the zombie and the creeper, or the zombie and the skeletal bees to, I got stuff all up in my inventory, to spawn. I wound up getting some other bees, or not bees, but other mobs to spawn in there. But I did get us our first enchantment table set up. Nothing special, just a normal vanilla one. We can get up to, I don't even know how many levels it is, 30. And it was just to try to get this guy right here, Silk Touch. Because I went to the other looking for netherrack to see if we could find the netherrack gold and could not find it. So yeah, we've got a few quests for just random stuff that we had gotten done by just doing stuff, and that is it. All right, it wasn't bad. It was a lot of work. There was a lot of waiting on the zombie and the skeletal bee and some of the other bees, waiting for like the nomad and stuff like that. But anyways, we got a huge start to our bees. We're ready to go. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.